Alfred Dorn. Alfred Dorn was born in Billin, northwestern Bohemia in 1892 and died in 1975 in Füssen, Allgäu. He attended the Ceramic School of Teplitz, the University of Applied Arts in Munich, and the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna. At the beginning of the 1919-1920 academic year, he began teaching at the Technical School for Glass in Stein-Schönau, then later accepted appointments as the school's professor for drawing and finally director. Under his leadership, a young, ambitious pedagogical school was created, which counted Oswald Lippert, Willi Rössler and Otto Pietsch among its professors and artists, as well as the specialist teachers Emil Krummer, Paul Eiselt, Franz Piche and Friedrich Glössner, and the outstanding engineers Anton Hübler and Max Tischer, among others. Under Dorn's leadership, the school set up a test and research institute and took part in numerous exhibitions at home and abroad. The director of the North Bohemian Glass Industry Committee wrote about Alfred Dorn and his employees in 1936. The teaching staff worked successfully with venerable enthusiasm to impart their knowledge, art and skills to the school, and thus also to the industry. At its head, the director of the school, Professor Alfred Dorn, has succeeded in making the Stein-Schönau Technical School widely recognized, and through its achievements it occupies a prominent position among the Czechoslovak glass-making schools. Dorn devoted himself to painting and graphics, and as a member of the Prague Secession, the Metzner Association and the October Group in Reichenberg, Liberec in Czech, he took part in their exhibitions. As a glass artist, he was particularly interested in cut crystal and flashed glass at school. For years, we have made numerous attempts to compensate for the thermal expansion coefficients of glassware in different colors, so that they could be used in one piece. For us, the inspiration for this new work was the well-known Czech glass underlay with its thin layers. The new forms of processing, especially the use of the sandblaster, have enabled us to utilize the new, terrific effects of colored coated glass, which we produced for the World Exhibition in Paris, for example. We were very pleased to see that our new colored coated glass could come to the fore with its excellent technical design and effects, and the high-quality craftsmanship, as compared with the finest works of art of earlier glass works. When we brought these new ideas to fruition, we decided to exploit all the great properties and advantages of glass and the charm of its color tones, to use the amount of light refractions to process its shape and color, and thus incorporate not only the individual but also the artistic character into the work. Our new colored coated glass is the greatest exercise of Czech glass art due to the variety of changing colors and motifs, its excellent malleability, the sense of color, and the lively and constant expression that is associated with the diversity of the individual state of the designer. Hopefully, it will be a blessing for our glass industry. Alfred Dorn, 1938. The technical equipment of the glass grinding workshop and the engraving workshop was modernized at the beginning of the 1930s. Max Tischer's improved and patented sandblasting machine was put into operation. Professor J. Drahoniowski and some students from the University of Applied Sciences in Prague enjoyed its benefits. The use of the sandblaster in glass art is not new. In the simplest form, you work with the thinned air by slightly matting the hollow glass. The sandblaster is used in the State Technical School in Stein-Schönau, which opens up a new range of possibilities for glass art. The designer of the sandblaster, engineer Max Tischer, named the new machine a sandblaster for deeply carved decoration. He trialed it from 1930 onwards. The method of working with this device has proven itself and achieved remarkable artistic results. On some works by the teacher Oswald Lippert, we see other possibilities for this new technique. Unusually well-polished surfaces are used on it, as well as the coarse-grained base. Dr. Otto Kletzel, Marburg, Lahn. Dorn published the school's great results in German and Czech specialist magazines, Sklářské rozhledy, Czechowere, and spoke about them in his lectures and on the radio. He did not stop celebrating the school's success, even when the technical schools for glass in Stein-Schönau and Haida were temporarily merged, nor when he was first appointed administrator on the 1st of February and then director of the glass school in Haida on the 1st of July 1937, while also being entrusted with the management of the glass school in Stein-Schönau. And there he remained until the Sudetenland was annexed to Germany. He then returned to Stein-Schönau as director of the glass school. He held this position until the 18th of March 1941, when he was drafted into the German armed forces. He returned from the war in January 1945, was arrested in May, and later sentenced. When he was released from prison in 1947, he followed his family, who had been expelled from Czechoslovakia, to Germany. In 1948, he became the first director of the new Technical School for Glass in Rheinbach. He remained in this office until 1958. With his son Peter, he founded the company Dorn and Konrad in the 1950s. In the crisis years 1950 to 1954, when the state authorities even considered closing the school, his commitment helped him prevent this from happening. He set the course for the new construction of the Technical School for Glass at its current location. The Rheinbach School saw itself as the successor to the Technical School for Glass in Stein-Schönau and celebrated its 100th anniversary in 1956. In fact, for Professor Dorn, these celebrations mark the conclusion of his work at the two technical schools for glass in Stein-Schönau and Rheinbach. A partnership has existed between the Kamenitsky-Shenov Glass School, now in the Czech Republic, and the Technical School for Glass in Rheinbach since 1996, which was followed by a town twinning arrangement in 2002,